Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue with our Vancouver Canucks. Now, hang on one second. I know what you're thinking. What? We weren't at the draft already? I know. I was already doing a GM mode commentary this morning, but I lost the audio. I'll just show you guys what happened. In the last video, we ended it at the draft deadline, right? Made the trades, and today I was already doing my GM mode commentary. Did a good 15, 16 minutes. Finished up the regular season, alright? Did a regular season wrap-up. Talked about the trades that I made during the trade deadline. Talked about the goals that we had to have going future. Alright, did the whole scouting report, all that good stuff, but we were pushing 15, 16 minutes, and I said at the beginning of the video that I wanted to get the draft done. So when we got here, what I was doing was I was clipping up the video so I wouldn't lose any of the footage, and normally when I clip up the video, all I do is I stop the video and then start it up again and leave the audio recording going through the whole thing, because the audio recording program that I have never gets cut off, right? But just because I was doing it so quick, I clicked the audio program off and I went to discard because I don't know, I was just going on a muscle memory. I just figured it was a useless audio clip. I went to discard, so all the 15 minutes before that were discarded right away, and it doesn't go to your recycling bin, it just gets discarded, right? So I had the video footage but no audio, and I wasn't going to go back and redo the commentary over it, so I just thought I'll just take the video from here. I was going to do it anyways, just do another 5 minutes, so you may get a shortened GM mode, but I will wrap up everything that I did in the last video, okay? So basically, yeah, let me just go back in time here. We were at the draft deadline, right? We made the trades. We turned the Vancouver Canucks into the new look Vancouver Canucks, okay? No longer the Sedin twins, no longer Dan Hamhuis, no longer Ryan Kessler, and for the most part, a lot of you guys were disagreeing with me. Not because the players were gone, but because the value that I got back wasn't the greatest. And you know, I agree with you guys, but two things. This was the problem we were getting into, right? For the last 2 years, it was the same thing. At the draft deadline, you try to trade them, and then you think to yourself, well, we're not really getting that much back for them, right? So why not hold on to them until the offseason or the draft and then trade them, right? And then you get to the offseason, and your young guns get a little bit better, and you look at your team, and you think to yourself, well, why trade them away? I mean, you played them with your young guns, you can make the playoffs this year, you'll get them points. And for the last 2 years, we got stuck in that same cycle, right? So I just decided this year, I put my foot down and said, after this trade deadline, we are not going to have the Sedins, we are not going to have Kessler, we are not going to have Hamhuis, no matter what. And I stuck to that, right? So I was sticking to that. And second, you know, it's hard to make trades with this new rule, right? I've never had a GM mode commentary with this new rule where I can't make trades unless the team wants them and are willing to give them up, and I can only make them at the draft or the trade deadline, right? I mean, that's hard to do. I can't just at the beginning of the season say, hey, I need a third line checker. Well, let's go out and get or a second line checker. Let's go out and get Ryan O'Reilly from the Colorado Avalanche. We'll give up Manny Malhotra 2 firsts and a second for him. I can't just do that in this game, right? So that's why it's a bit tougher. But on the other side of it as well, yeah, I might as well just do this right now. Can I check out my lines from here? No, I can't. Oh, damn it. See, in the last video, I was able to show you guys my lines. On the other side of it, well, we already have a McDavid. We already have a McKinnon. We already have those kind of players. They're just 3 or 4 years away from being there, right? So if I get a player like that, I'm going to have to give up first-round picks. I'm going to have to give up a prospect. And if I got a McKinnon or I got a McDavid, does that turn us into a playoff team? I don't think so. I think it's just another good player on our team, like a Jonathan Drouin. I'm trying to build a dynasty here, and I think that we have a lot of good young players. I don't think we need to go out and get another young superstar that's going to take up another $8 million, all right? No. I like the way our team is going. And also, the way our team was at the draft, we had the Montreal pick, which was, at the time, the worst team in the NHL, and we had our pick, which was, I think, the 8th worst team in the NHL, right? So we had a potential draft coming up where we're getting 2 more 4.5-star players coming in, or close to that, right? So I just didn't feel the need to go out and get another young stud. I like the team that we have. We just need to put some time in. So we did the simulation, right? I quickly simulated it. We did the playoff simulation. The AHL team did not make the playoffs. We're all the way up here, and 2 great pieces of news. 2 great pieces of news. So you go to team standings right now. Look at this. This is great. Points for the season. The Montreal Canadiens ended up with the first overall pick. All right, we haven't done the lottery yet, so they could end up with the 2nd overall pick. But they were the worst team in the NHL, so that's great. So as of right now, we do have the 1st overall pick. And look at us. We dropped all the way down to 4th. Okay, so we have 1 and 4 right now. The lottery could shake things up. We could have 2 and 4, or 2 and 5, or or 1 and 2 maybe. You never know, right? But we have 2 great picks this year. And also, this is also amazing for us. The prospects that are coming into the league, 2 things that were great about them. A, there's 5 that are all 4.5-star prospects, right? The second best thing was they were all from the WHL. So when I started the video earlier at the trade deadline, I re-scouted, and all I had to do was send my scout out to the WHL, and he scouted every single one of these players. And another good thing, they're all two-way forwards, so I just need to find the best 2 in here, and then there you go. There's my players, and we found more players for the third and second line who can kill penalties alongside Adam Earn and who else was it? Oh, I forget. But still, great players here, okay? Now, I went ahead and I scouted these players. Now, I haven't checked this out yet. Ooh, oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I can't even talk right now. You know what? I need a drink. Hang on a second. Now, I haven't seen these players fully scouted yet. And yeah, this guy, Bryce Sarich, is he going number 1? Yeah, they're saying he's going number 1. For good reason, too. Jesus, defensive awareness, 94 overall. Shot blocking, 83. Stick checking, 89. Now, remember, it's only fairly accurate. Offensive awareness is 85. That is accurate. So his offensive awareness is 85. So this guy's clearly, yeah, he's clearly the number 1 pick. So this guy's NHL ready by next year. He's definitely, I'd say he's lower 80s overall. Maybe even mid 80s. Because that defensive awareness is 94. So yeah, we got to get Bryce Sarich number 1. We definitely got to get Bryce Sarich number 1. Second on the list is Leonard Parker. Let's check this guy out. Leonard Parker. Alright, so this guy is definitely not as good as Sarich. But I'd say mid-70s, lower 70s. Yeah, offensive awareness 74, defensive awareness 77. He's there. He'll be there in 2 or 3 years. So that's good. And he's 20 years old. He'll definitely be there in 2 or 3 years. Alright, so he's number 2. Not the greatest, though. This guy's clearly number 1. This guy's not the greatest. Eugene Palmer. Oh, yeah, look at that. This guy's going number 3, but his defensive awareness is 86. Shot blocking, 86. Stick checking, 83. Alright. Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe Leonard Palmer has a better offensive... No. Damn. Parker Palmer. Okay. Leonard Parker and Eugene Palmer. Alright, sorry, I'm getting these names mixed up. Alright, so the way it looks right now, I'd want Sarich and Palmer. Hell yeah. How about this guy? Tom Suter. Whoa! Tom Suter. He's really good. Offensive awareness 88. Defensive awareness 90. Passing 84. Puck control 87. Oh my god, yeah. Tom Suter. Oh, hang on a second. I know I'm getting Sarich. Alright, but Palmer or Suter? Hang on, let me just check out Palmer again. 86, 86, 83, 80. Ooh, he's got a good defensive category, Palmer does. But Suter is slightly... I don't know if it's better, because that's a yellow number. But he's got a much better offensive. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think I'd rather take Suter, but... I don't know. I think you might be getting a better offensive two-way forward here. And then Palmer's the better defensive two-way. I don't know. Those are 2 tough ones. Alright, so these guys are kind of tied. And then this last guy, Iliuk... Let's see, this guy, no, I wouldn't take this guy. This guy's almost like the second guy, Parker. Yeah, so Sarich is definitely number 1. The way, if I was to scout it, Sarich is number 1, Palmer, Suter, number 2, but I'd take Suter over Palmer. Yeah, I'd go Sarich, Suter, Palmer, Parker, Iliuk. All right, so Sarich, Suter, Palmer, Parker, Iliuk. So the way it's looking right now, I can get Sarich and Palmer, or no, sorry, Sarich and Suter at 1 and 4. Oh, I can maybe get that, but if I'd want to move up just to be certain, because this is not always accurate the way it goes in the draft. All right, so we know what we got to get here. Yeah. Oh, I didn't show you guys the contracts yet. Yeah, I didn't show the contracts yet. All right. So goalies. Oh, look at that! What? Patrick Goddard, he jumped up to... What was he last year? He was like mid-70s. Oh, my God. So somebody was right. Somebody said that Clint Windsor wasn't getting that good because of his contract, right? He only wanted 1.6. He's still at 83 overall. Damn. On paper, Clint Windsor looks like he's going to be a stud goalie, you know? 6'4", 23 years old, 4.5-star potential, but another year that he only stays at 83 overall. Goddard jumped from 70-something all the way up to 84, and he's only 19. This guy might be our goalie of the future. But you know what good news is? Clint Windsor, I mean, we got him signed on a backup deal, 1.6 mil. You know, I mean, I wouldn't mind holding on to him for that long. And you know what? We don't have to re-sign Goddard for another 1, 2, 3 years. So yeah, for the next 2 years, Goddard and Windsor are our goalies. All right, 2-loss ratio, both of them. Hell yeah. I don't care, no matter what. 2-loss ratio for Goddard, Windsor for the next 2 years, and then we can trade Windsor in that third-year draft when Goddard gets his big boy contract. All right, so goalies, that's how it is. That's how it is for goalies. Edler, Wisniewski, all right, Tanev, yeah, Ryan Murray. Again, this guy's a top 6 on a perfect team. First-line penalty killer because his defensive awareness is 94. All right, that's why I went out and got him. And he's not going to want that much as well, so that's good. Oh, look at that. Pulock jumped up to 73. Okay, so he's going to be able to play in the NHL this year. Ooh, Jones is still 65 overall. He's got to get to 24 years old, so another 2 years for Jones still. Yeah. All right, right wingers, Cassian, 84. Earn, 84. So there's that Earn guy. I really want to give him some time. Tarky, yeah, Tarky's in 79 now. Okay, so maybe we could play him. Kobasu, 66 still. Jonathan Drouin, 88. Bo Bennett, 81. Bo Bennett looking like he's going to be a perfect third-line sniper when Tarky takes over for him. All right, but that's fine. You need third-liners as well, and he's got a pretty good defensive awareness. He can hold out there. Renas didn't jump. He's still 65. Okay, and centers, Mackey's 84 now, Reinhardt's 81. So you see what I mean? Why get McKinnon and McDavid when you have Mackey and Reinhardt? I mean, they're going to be amazing in 2 or 3 years. Just wait. Just wait. Anderson, Faxa, third-line center for us, and then Ulrich and Gauntz. Okay, so you've seen our players. So see what I mean? If we get 2 two-way forwards, you filled up the second line, and now you got another third-liner who can play with Faxa, who's another penalty killer, and you almost have your top 9 set. All right, so that's what I'm saying, man. We just got to, yeah, I like our team. I like the way our team is looking. We just got to keep going forward with this team. No, I don't need to update the trading block. So let's start this draft. Let's see what the lottery is going to give us. We have 1 and 4. Let's see what the lottery gives us. And, okay, good. We stuck with 1 and 4, so nothing changed, okay? So, we got 1 and 4. So, the way it was looking was... we were going to be able to get, it was Suter, right? Yeah, it was Sarich and Suter. The way it was looking, we were going to be able to get Suter at number 4. But I don't want to chance it. I want to see if we can move up from number 4 to get number 2 or number 3. So Winnipeg and Detroit. So let's try Winnipeg first because they had number 3. I don't think, well, you know, let's try Detroit because if I can get number 2, I'll take it just so I can guarantee, oh, they want to give it up as well. Hell yeah, I can get this. All right, so I'd give up number 4. Right? I'd have to give up number 4 to get this number 2. That's the deal. You're just moving up in this deal. You're not trying to get a pick to get like 3. No, we're not getting 3 top 5 picks. No. That's not happening. So, Ulrich. Where's that Ulrich guy? He was somebody. Oh, did they not want him? Ulrich and, because Ulrich was that two-way forward I held off on trading at the trade deadline because I wanted to keep him. But if I'm getting a two-way forward back, I can trade him now. Yeah, I can trade that. Now, they don't want him, but that's okay. They want to give up the pick. Ulrich... And was there any other players that they wanted to get that I could give up? No. Those guys are all on 1 year's left, so they're not going to accept that. I was thinking Jordan Subban, right? No, they won't accept that. Too many players now. No, you know what? I have plenty of phones. Let's just see if this will go through. I could see that going through. Let me add some draft picks because I don't need these. These are going to be like two-star players. I don't need a 7th. I don't need a 6th. And I don't need a 5th. All right, so Ulrich, the 4th overall pick, a 7th, a 6th, and a 5th to move up 2 spaces to the 2nd overall pick. Will it go through? No, okay, don't worry about it. We can still move up with this. I think I'm going to have to get that Jordan Subban in that deal as well, though, just to sweeten it. All right, so Detroit's the 2nd overall, the 4th. Ulrich, where are you? Ulrich, and let me get Jordan Subban in there, and I'm going to have to get another player back. That's crappy. Hopefully, they all have some trade value. God damn it, I hate when that happens. This might not go through now. If this doesn't go through, I'm going to have to figure out some draft picks to make it go through. I'm going to have to put in the 4th there as well. It could go through, but I don't think it will. Will it go through? No. They don't want any of that. Okay, I got to stop playing around here. I can only trade away 2 more. Well, hang on. Let's just see Winnipeg. They don't want to give up the 3rd, though. That's the problem. Hang on. Detroit. I'll try it one more time. I want this pick. I'm going to get this pick. I'll trade away a 2nd as well as the 1st. I don't care. Nope. There you go. Ulrich. You're the one guy I will use. All right, now let's just use some draft picks, whatever. I got 2 firsts for next year, Detroit and New Jersey. I'm going to hold on to that. 2nd, yeah, I don't need some 2nds. I can get rid of Vancouver's 2nd for next year. All right, 4th, yeah, 2nd. Let me give up And a third. Yeah, I'll give up a second and a third. There you go. And then a fourth for this year. There you go. All right, a first, Ulrich, a second, a third, and a fourth for Detroit's second. If this doesn't go through, I'm really going to overextend because I'm not getting shut out of this, all right? So will it go through? Yeah, that one went through. There you go. All right, so very nicely done. We got 1 and 2 now, and boom, Bob's your uncle. Very nice. Okay, so let's get this done. Vancouver, 1 and 2. So it's saying, damn, Sarich dropped all the way down to number 5. It's saying to get, hang on, let me just project it. It's saying to go Parker, Palmer. Damn, I wanted Suter and Sarich. They're saying Parker and Palmer, so I could have taken them at, oh my god, whatever. Let's see, let me just rescout them again. Parker, no, I don't want that guy. Why is he going number 1? I don't want him. No, I don't want him. Palmer, I can see why he's going number 2. He's a little bit better, all right. Suter, I don't want Suter. Hang on, let me just compare these stats, boys. No, I want this guy. I want this guy right here. Yeah, you know what? Palmer is better defensively, I think, but Suter gives you the edge offensively. Suter gives you the, yeah. You know, I'm taking, yeah, no. And where was Sarich? Sarich was all the way down here? I'm taking Sarich number 1. No, I'm taking Sarich number 1. All right, this is what I'm doing. This is weird, and this is an experiment for you guys as well, right? Do you trust what they tell you is projected, or should you do your own scouting? This is going to be interesting. So I'm going with Sarich. Even though he's listed as number 5, I'm going with Bryce Sarich as number 1. Boom, baby. All right, I did my scouting. I'm trusting my scouts. And I'm going with Suter number 2. Boom, baby. I'm doing it. Now we're going to check out Parker, Palmer, and Iliuk. So Winnipeg, Detroit, Philadelphia. Winnipeg, Detroit, Philadelphia. Winnipeg, Detroit, Philadelphia. We'll check out those players, see if we got the better ones, all right? Winnipeg, Detroit, Philly. Winnipeg, Detroit, Philly. I got to keep saying it or I'm going to forget it. I got a horrible memory when it comes to, like, names and team names. Winnipeg, Detroit, Philly. Winnipeg, Detroit, Philly. Winnipeg, Detroit, Philly. Winnipeg, Detroit, Philly. Turn it into a song. Come on now. All right. Oh, damn, this video actually went longer than I thought it was. See, that's why I had to clip it up. I knew it was going to be like a north of a 25. It would have been like a 35-minute video the way it's going right now. Well, it wouldn't have been because I wouldn't have done the wrap-up. Fair enough. All right. So, yeah, we're going to end it right here. Okay, we're not going to get to the free. I'm not going to even re-sign any players. We're just going to end it right here. So, let's just see where these players are on our team. Okay, so the first one, Sarich. All right, 82 overall. This guy, he was a good, even if those other players are better on Winnipeg, Philly, and Detroit. Yeah, Winnipeg, Philly, and Detroit. This guy, he was a great player to pick up. 82 overall, 95 for defensive awareness. Well, Adam Ern and Bryce Sarich are your first-line penalty killers. And offensive awareness is 85, passing is 86. This guy is great, man. What a good pick. What a good pick. This guy's going at number 5. Jeez, I wonder who the top 4 were. All right, so we got that guy. And Suter, 82 as well. Jesus, hell yeah. Oh, this guy was great defensively. Okay, his shot blocking I don't think was good as that other guy. His shot blocking is 80. But 89 for offensive awareness and 92 for defensive awareness. See what I mean about the two-way forwards, man? Oof, studs. So there you go. Why do you need McKinnon and McDavid when you have all the players that we have and now insert 2 82 overall, 19-year-old, 4.5-star two-way forwards? Sarich and Suter. Very nice, I'd say. Very nice. All right, so let's check out these other players now. Winnipeg. Hang on. They were all forwards. Winnipeg. Parker. This guy, he went second, didn't he? Or he went third. This is the guy who was... Yeah, this... Oh, my God. Thank God. So there you go. Don't listen to the game. This was the one they were saying to go with number 1. All right, Winnipeg picked him number 1, basically, if the other two guys weren't there. All right, Parker. So let's see if the other guys were better than Parker, because then Winnipeg messed up big time. 67 overall. Detroit and Philly. I forgot which one went first, whatever. We'll just get Detroit first. Detroit. All right, let's see. Palmer. Oh, they should have gone with Palmer. So, right there. The first, like, because they would have picked him over Palmer. Yeah, they picked him over Palmer. Palmer's much better. So, Palmer wasn't that much worse than, I could see why he was ahead of Suter, because he is 77 overall still. He was a pretty good pick. So, Winnipeg missed up big time. And last but not least, we'll just check out, what's it called? Philadelphia. Who do they have? Iliuk. He was going number 5 legitimate. So they got the number 5 legitimate guy. So let's see if he was legit. Or number 4. Right, because Sarich was number 5. Yeah, number 4. He's 70 overall. So, damn, the way it should have been, Sarich, Suter, Palmer, Iliuk, Winnipeg. Oh, my God. So, yeah, boys, just going forward as an experiment, do your own drafting because this game messes it up big time. Now, remember, those guys may have The Winnipeg guy may have the better ceiling when it comes to potential, but out of the gate, our guys are much better. So here you go again, forwards, right? Look at all. Do you need Connor McDavid? Do you need Nathan McKinnon? You got Suter. You got Reinhart. You got Renas. You got Sarich. You got Drouin. You got Mackey. You got Faxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 4.5-star forwards right there. And then you got Bennett. You got Tarky. You got Earn. You got Jensen. You got Gauntz. You got Cassian. You got Kobasu. All right, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 4-star potential players, basically. This guy is 4-star. He's 4.5 green stars. So it's the same thing. All right? We didn't need another forward. We have plenty of young forwards, and I want to see which one of these guys get better. I think we need to focus on defensemen again, okay? I think we have plenty of young forwards. We have defensemen, but we have old defensemen now, right? If you're talking about young defensemen, you got Jones, Murray, and Pulock. That's about it. You don't have any 4-star, and the only one who's ready is Murray. These 2 other guys are not ready, right? So I'm thinking one more 4.5-star potential defenseman or one really good 4-star potential defenseman just to round it out. We got the goalies that we need, all right? So the future is looking very bright for the Vancouver Canucks. So we need to have a plan here, boys. What should we be expecting out of this year? Should it just be a play the young guns, expect the unexpected? You know, you're probably not going to make the playoffs, but just go through it anyways. Next year you'll be better. Or should we try to have something in free agency to try to make the playoffs this year? I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. But what a draft. What a draft.